So, my life's been pretty crazy of late. But 9 months ago, it was a picture of calm as I went about my daily life, planting greens as we got ready for summer. Oh, by the way, if you're new to this channel, thanks for sticking around and subscribing to it. I know I haven't been very active of late, been experiencing many firsts, and it's been taking me a while to get into a routine. Going back to before I gave birth, I decided to finish firing a batch of jewelry stones with gold luster. And this is how they look after firing. I had to work outside because liquid gold luster emits toxic fumes, and I wore a mask to reduce exposure to them. And these are porcelain pieces that have been previously bisque and glaze fired, and gold luster is an overglaze that is fired at a much lower temperature. And I used the Duncan Premium Gold, which is a suspension of real gold particles and an oil resin. It is a tiny bottle, but a little bit goes a long way. I also try not to get them on my hands too when applying. So I find pottery pretty repetitive and mainly uses motor skills, so I get bored really easily. I usually use this time to listen to a podcast or reflect about life, and to me that's pretty nice, getting to kill two birds with one stone. So after an afternoon of this, I'm so done with the crazy fumes. After drying them for a day, I load them in the kiln. And since I'm firing them at a much lower temperature than its glaze firing, I can put them directly on the kiln shelves without worrying about the glazes melting. I leave the kiln door slightly ajar for the organic gases to escape. And I fire it to cone 018 on slow. I also turn on the bathroom vent. It's such an important step, especially for luster firing. And 13 hours later, it's a very successful firing, and I now have handmade porcelain beads to work with. And here are some of the earrings I made. I simply love pearls and wanted to incorporate them into my work. I started off pottery, throwing functional items, and when I was experimenting with the possibilities of clay, I realized I also liked creating stuff that I could wear too. It makes me really happy, especially when I see them on my family and friends. And this has definitely got to be the pivotal point and highlight of my 2021.
Pressure, okay?
9 months on, I can say now that pregnancy was physically tough, but motherhood has been the single craziest roller coaster of a ride I've been on. It has brought me to new emotional highs and lows. And being a stay-at-home mom, I've been trying to navigate this new identity while not feeling like I've lost my old self. For now, I try to do pottery and work on personal projects after I put him to bed. I'll probably share more about motherhood and juggling my personal time and space when I have the time. I hope to see you in my next video.